Welcome back to Review Remedy, where we help you make smarter healthcare decisions with trusted insights from ScoreDoc. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you blamed your stomach on something you ate? Too much coffee, too much spicy food, a stressful week at work? We've all done it. But here's the interesting part. When digestive symptoms keep coming back, persistent heartburn, stomach pain, bloating, changes in bowel habits, or unexplained discomfort, many people continue treating the symptoms instead of asking a more important question. Should I be seeing a gastroenterologist? And once you decide the answer is yes, a second challenge begins. In a city like New York, you're suddenly faced with dozens of highly rated specialists, each offering different services, different areas of expertise, and thousands of patient reviews. So where do you begin? That's exactly what today's episode is here to answer. Using ScoreDoc's carefully researched rankings, we're looking at 3 of the best gastroenterology clinics in New York City for 2026. But instead of simply reading a ranked list, we'll explain what each clinic is known for, who it may be best suited for, and how you can narrow your choices based on your own healthcare needs. Because the goal isn't simply to find the highest-rated clinic, it's to find the right clinic for you. As always, this episode is for educational purposes only and shouldn't replace advice from a qualified healthcare professional.
Exactly. Not every digestive problem is the same. Some people are scheduling their very first screening colonoscopy. Others have been living with acid reflux for years. Some are trying to manage IBS, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or ongoing digestive discomfort that's affecting everyday life. Each of those situations calls for a slightly different kind of care. So today, instead of focusing on rankings alone, let's talk about which clinic might make the most sense, depending on what brings you there in the first place.
Let's begin with Carnegie Hill Endoscopy. If your primary care physician has recommended an upper endoscopy or a colonoscopy, this clinic deserves a closer look. For many people, hearing the word colonoscopy creates anxiety. But here's a reassuring perspective. A colonoscopy isn't just about detecting disease. It's one of the most effective tools for preventing colorectal cancer because doctors can often identify and remove precancerous polyps before they ever become a problem. If you're over the recommended screening age, have a family history of colorectal cancer, or your physician has advised further investigation, choosing an experienced endoscopy center can make the process much smoother. Sometimes, the appointment you least look forward to becomes the one you're most grateful you kept.
The second clinic on today's list is Manhattan Gastroenterology. If you're someone who's been saying, it's probably just something I ate, week after week, month after month, this is exactly the kind of practice you should consider researching. Persistent acid reflux, frequent bloating, IBS, food intolerances, abdominal pain that keeps coming back. These aren't symptoms you simply have to live with. Digestive disorders often require careful evaluation, lifestyle guidance, and long-term management, not just medication for temporary relief. Finding a physician who listens carefully and helps uncover the underlying cause can make a tremendous difference in your quality of life.
Our third featured clinic is New York Gastroenterology Associates. If you're looking for comprehensive digestive care, especially for chronic gastrointestinal conditions or continued follow-up after testing, this practice is well worth exploring. Living in a city as busy as New York means convenience matters. Having access to a clinic that can coordinate consultations, diagnostic testing, treatment planning, and follow-up care helps reduce unnecessary stress, particularly if you're managing a long-term digestive condition. Healthcare should simplify your life, not make it more complicated.
So how do you choose between these 3 outstanding clinics? Instead of asking which one is number 1, ask yourself, why am I looking for a gastroenterologist? If you've been referred for an endoscopy or screening colonoscopy, Carnegie Hill Endoscopy is a logical place to begin. If you're struggling with recurring digestive symptoms that are affecting your daily routine, Manhattan Gastroenterology deserves a closer look. And if you're managing an ongoing digestive condition that requires continuity of care, New York Gastroenterology Associates is an excellent option to research. Matching the clinic to your healthcare journey is often far more valuable than simply following a ranking.
Here's one final thought before we wrap up. Digestive symptoms have a way of becoming part of our routine. People adapt to frequent heartburn. They get used to bloating after meals. They normalize stomach pain because it's been happening for so long. But common doesn't always mean normal. Sometimes your body is quietly asking for attention, and the sooner you seek expert advice, the more options you may have for treatment. If today's episode helped narrow your search, the next step is simple. Visit the complete ScoreDoc guide, where you'll find provider profiles, patient reviews, and additional information about each of today's featured clinics. The link is available in today's show notes.
Finding the right gastroenterologist isn't just about solving today's problem. It's about building a relationship with a specialist who can help protect your digestive health for years to come.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Review Remedy. We'll be back soon with another practical healthcare guide to help you make informed decisions with confidence. Until then, take care of yourself, stay informed, and remember, the best healthcare decisions begin with the right information.